Welcome to episode 3 of Vinegar and Oil. It has been a hell of a time getting to recording this week, hasn't it?
Sure has. You wanna let them know why?
Well, kind of, because it's the topic of today's episode, which is, I guess, walking a mile in your shoes. Is that what
Mhm.
we're gonna call it?
I think we're gonna walk it we're gonna call it walking 10,000 miles in my shoes.
So this week I came down and helped Charlie in her office and got to see firsthand how chaotic her life is.
Yep.
And how opposite it is from how my days have been spent for the last little bit.
Textbook shit show.
Textbook shit show. And then getting sound set up today because we are right next to each other in person. So figuring out how to set all that up was a shit show. But Charlie, let's just start with how do you feel after your week?
Dead.
Dead
Like,
in,
I wanna cry.
dead inside.
Lost.
Oh,
What is life? Mhm.
I realized pretty quickly that I being in your office and getting kind of put into your world and all of the stress and the interactions and the to-do lists and then just the time spent being in an office, I definitely went to my crutches of coffee, sugar, how many home cooked meals did we actually eat this week? Very quickly, the self-care started slipping and it was just almost survival mode, which is not where I live lately. So this really was kind of like a blast from the past, from when I worked corporate, which I haven't done for 3 years. So it's quite illuminating.
Hmm. It's hard to respond to that 'cause it's my everyday life, and it's funny because us as family, I think that you have a certain idea of what I do and what I don't. And so I kind of appreciate you being able to step into my shoes and see like, oh shit, she's not just ignoring things. Like her bank is spent. That's all there is to say to it. I mean, it's nonstop. You're always trying to tell me like stop and meditate and stop and check in and just be and take care of yourself first. And I'm like, that's a really nice idea. I can do that as soon as that baby stops crying, right?
Well, so maybe we kind of run into the practicalities of some of these things that we talk about that we all should be doing. But I want to back it up because it's kind of funny that I left my corporate job where I was working, 40 plus hours a week, traveling, high stress, all the things. The moment you stepped into a really high stress job, which is running and owning your own office.
Yes.
So it's kind of funny how we I exited, you entered, and then you did it with multiple children while having children, which is something I haven't experienced. And so, whatever stress I had, although, it feels like the weight of the world, you have the weight of the world from the work side, but also the home side, which is a lot. There's no reprieve from it. And today, end of day, we got out a couple hours late, right? Office closed, we stayed and wrapped things up. And you're like, I don't know what to do. I'm going to go home and clean. And I'm like, girl, do not go home and clean.
Well, because it's like if I have a free hour, it's like I'm always trying to get ahead and almost like trying to earn my free time. But then there's also something to be said about knowing that your home is clean and you can step into a place where your nervous system can rest. In my office, I'm kind of the center provider, the one that's running the back office, training new people. I don't have that luxury of just being and taking care of myself. It's very much survival mode.
Girl, there was a day last week, and I think all we did, Jordan and I, was grocery shop. And I probably, like, made dinner too and, like, maybe answered a few emails and checked in on some clients, but, like, the whole day was just spent like, "Ah, we're just gonna go to town and bum around and get lunch."
That sounds lovely.
It is lovely. I mean, it comes with its own set of sacrifices, right? Like, I live with less creature comforts and, there's sacrifices in other ways, but I have my time, which is huge.
Yeah. Because, like, even though I'm not open on the weekends, I brought a purse full of things to do for the office. My day off, quote unquote, is going to be spent at gymnastics meet for my daughter who needs time and attention and support from me. And then there's also other 3 kids to make happy. So my day out on the town is hoping they don't act like assholes at the coffee shop or at lunch or while we're getting ice cream, you know?
Well, right. So you go work your 9 to 5, which is more like an 8 to 6:30,
Mhm.
because it's more than a 9 to 5. So you go work that Monday through Friday. What there's some flux in your hours, right? You get off a little early on Friday, you start a little late on Tuesday, but like on top of just the work, right? Like you work in the business, which means that you are making adjustments, you are doing finances, you are training, you are literally working in the business, but then you have to work on the business, right? Like those are like the growth activities to build and grow and do all these other things that are outside of the day to day. And then on top of that, like you have a house to clean, a family to feed, grocery shopping to do, a partner to, spend time with, family members to keep up with. I'm lucky if I get a text back from you and I get it now.
Yeah.
So, your life is a little bit, it's a lot. It's a little bit of a lot. It's a lot. There's no little about it.
It's big.
And I can tell even now, like sitting here, you're on empty.
Yeah. My brain's not braining.
Does it? Do you feel? I mean, and you're 3 weeks postpartum, which I will just add.
Right. There's that on top of it. Kind of being thrown back into the office physically a little bit sooner than I was ready for, and having the newborn who's there with me and making sure his needs are met on top of patients' needs and my needs, maybe somewhere in there. I might go to the bathroom at the end of the shift or
That's terrible. Okay, like just to juxtapose this, like I have a boutique practice. Like I don't see a high volume of people
in a remote practice,
and a remote practice. I'm on a computer. Um, you see probably 100 people a day,
give or take.
give or take. Like you see a high volume of people, and that was like one of the most jarring things to me being in the office this week is I realized I actually don't interact with that many humans in real life. Like I am a little bit of a recluse, and I didn't realize it. But you have people like constantly like coming up and fawning over you and wanting your attention and wanting to give you things, which is like really nice, but like also on the other side of that, like very energetically draining.
Yeah. And I hope the space for many people at one time. It's not like I just like have one person every 30 minutes. It's I'm getting 4 or 5 adjustments in 15 minutes. And you still have to make that person feel like they're the center of your world. So it is. It's a lot of energetically dancing with somebody, and then you stop, and then you reconnect with the next person, and then stop, and then it's the next person. Like the first thing I do when I get home at the end of the day is take a shower. Like I have so much energy and debris that I have to wash off before I can even just be
Mm.
and recenter myself.
Yeah, it's just so different than the healing space that I work in because I'm one on one with the person and I'm with them usually for an hour and then I get to focus on their notes and their sourcing and their protocol, and it gets to be like a really in-depth process, and I really only have to deal with one person's energy. Now I have to deal with that in more depth, right? We're going deeper, we're spending more time, I'm having to balance the energetics a little bit differently, but it is like a completely different type of healing and connection than what you do. And like I don't think I have the
Bandwidth?
capacity, bandwidth. I don't It's not necessarily bandwidth. Like I think that my specialty, like where I shine is in the slow one-on-one where like watching you hold so many people at once. It was really cool, but I was very much like that is not for me. I don't want to be high volume.
Should I become an herbalist?
It's the best. But the plants have to call you. They have to invite you. They
I
have to say like, "Hey, you want to come hang with us?"
just learned how to take care of pothos. I don't know that other plants wanna follow me.
It's a different pace. It's a really a different style of doing things. And again, like it was just so funny, the vinegar and oil, like the juxtaposition of our lives and our work and our practices, and it's just it never ceases to amaze me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's charges me up necessarily to interact with so many people in a week. I would definitely call myself one of those extroverted introverts. I don't
Introvert.
hmm?
Introvert.
What do I say?
You said introvert. I'm keeping that in.
Oh, that's fantastic. Cut. Okay. So,
Dude.
what am I? An extroverted
Extroverted introvert.
introvert. Okay. So, I'm just trying to say, I like to be alone. I recharge by being alone, but I'm really good at being out there and communicating with people as well. But my point was, was not if it's introvert or
Introvert.
I think we're slap happy. Anyhow, my point was the benefit of seeing many people in the community is having that effect on the community. Like I see enough people where I do feel like the work that I'm doing impacts the community, if that makes sense, right? Like they say you help a mom be happier and feel good, then the family is happier. One family happy, two family happy, three happy. That's now affecting the community. Multiple happy communities affect the region. Region affects the world, right? Yada yada.
Yeah, you definitely get to have a bigger impact the way that you do it. Now, here's something interesting, and I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit for a couple
Mm.
reasons. One, so coming into a high-paced volume office and helping you out, I think you can agree that like it's something I was able to step into quickly, right?
Yes,
Like
you're very
I'm
good at it.
very competent. I know how to work a computer. I know how to like pick up on software really quickly. I know how to get those things done, and I'm like really good at it. But what's interesting is it takes from a different part of my skill set that will deplete me if I overuse it. So I went through and I did a Clifton strength assessment, and it shows you where your top skills are. And these are like the places you can live in. Like when you use these skills, they don't drain your energy. You can do them all day, every day. And it's like, this is your authenticity. And then there's this middle section of skills that are like, you can do it, you can be good at it, but it will drain you. And then there's this third section of skills that are things like you should really outsource. Like maybe you can do them, you're never going to be great at them, and they're going to be really energy depleting. And so what I learned about myself is when I step into doing these type of skills, these type of working on a computer, fast pace, high efficiency, high productivity, like what it takes to work in an office, what it takes to run an IT department, what it takes to do these kind of things are I'm really good at it, but it's energy depleting. And so once I learned that about myself, I'm like, oh, I understand it. These aren't things that give me energy back. And I have to be careful because if I dip into these too often, I'm going to be burnt out. And I spent many, many years living in those skills and being burnt out. And for you, I wonder if it's similar and you are right now taking from skills that you're good at, you're competent at, you can do, but they're energy depleting because you're a little bit out of authenticity, pulling in from these skills, living in this skill area instead of this other skill area that might be the skills you can do and they'll feed you back energy all day long, but you're having to pull from this other section of skills.
Well, where do I take this test at?
It's an online test. It's like one of the it's really popular strength assessment test, and I ended up taking it and then actually sitting with the coach and going through my skills. And it was very insightful. I learned a lot about myself. I learned about, am I built for teamwork or not teamwork? Am I built for seeing the whole picture, working in detail? And it was absolutely very valuable. You should take it. It's called a Clifton Strength Assessment, and it might even be interesting to have you take it, and then we can compare results and see kind of what skills you're using and what's depleting and what's gonna give you energy back. Because I clock that when you're in the office, that you have to kinda, like, gas yourself up a little bit. Like, I don't say put on a front, but you kinda gotta, like, put on the face. You know, like, when you call mom at work and she uses her work voice, and
Yes.
you know that's not the voice she gives you at
And then
home?
she says, "What do you want, Charlie?"
Right, but if you get her right when she answers and she doesn't know it's you, she goes, "Oh, welcome to so and so homes. How can I help you?" And then when she realizes it's you, she uses her mom voice. And so you put on an office voice, an office demeanor.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And so in that case, that's a, in theory, lack of authenticity, right? Especially if I'm feeling drained at the end of the day. I feel
Mhm.
like I can't be fully me. Like if somebody's asking me how I'm doing, some patients I might be honest, most I'm not. It's going to be like, I'm good. Let's talk about you. Right.
Yeah. Or you
So,
like have to feign interest or like, like you have to be a little bit people pleasy in there. Buddy, you're picking up we're getting you on the mic. Oh, so sad.
okay. So I take this assessment. Then what? It's like, oh no, only talk to 3 people in a day. I just blew up my life. Is it time? Because snake year's almost over. I think I got like 3 weeks to do it.
Well, that's a good question. Once you learn these things, how do you actually work towards setting up a life that facilitates them?
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at. I want a certain life. I know I can be really good at things or just accomplishing. So I think there's times where I'm like, okay, what can I accomplish for somebody and live the life of my dreams? Whereas really, I think you need to switch into creation mode. How do I create the life of my dreams? Right. I think I just saw Tony Robbins talking about this. Like, we need to be in creation mode instead of that constant doing, like, I'm going to make this happen or force this thing to happen or work harder to make it happen. Whereas maybe I just really should sit down, pen to paper, and say, what does my perfect life look like? What do I, what am I passionate about? Right. And then how do I use that as a starting point?
Well, and I think that there's a big distinction between like what we're good at and what our calling is. Because like there's no doubt I was good at my job. I was very good at my job. I could go be good at that job again, but it will never fulfill me on a soul level. So I just finished reading The Alchemist this morning. And there's the part in the book he talks about like finding his treasure and it was where it, his personal legend was the thing that brought him to tears, right? Like I think that was metaphoric, right? Like we know when we're living our truth, our dharma, our purpose, because it like literally brings us to tears. And when I study what I study, when I work with clients, like, I can easily be brought to tears of joy because it just feels so, like, in my heart. But it has taken a really long time, and I still get caught in this trap of, I could go do this other thing, I'm really good at it. How is that not meant to be? And for you, like, you're really good at what you're doing. You're really good at running an office, you're really good at, the high capacity, but if you're not living your truth, I think it's just gonna continue to deplete and burn you out, and it'll never be fulfilling even though you're good at it. That is, like, the true testament of, like, walking your path is letting go of the things you're good at and risking it all on something that's scary and foreign and, you don't know how it's gonna pan out.
But I don't think I've ever done something that I'm really passionate about. I don't think I fully understood love until I had my kids. Like, I didn't understand that emotion. Um, yeah, and so, there's kind of a loss of I feel like I was built for achievement. I might be a robot, honestly. Like, I played sports through high school. I got the 4.1. Like, yes, I got into some trouble, but really, I was pretty much a model student, athlete. I went to college, got a little trouble. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here saying I'm like, what I want your kids to grow up as, or you want your kids to grow up as. But I'm just saying, like, I went to college, I did the thing, I got the national championship. I went to school to be a doctor. Yes, a chiropractor. I know the snake oil snails salesman, but still, nonetheless, I did a lot of school. Um, and I've done all the things I'm supposed to. We've talked about this. I get the accolades, but I've never found happiness or true passion in what I was doing. So I don't even know. I don't even know it's not even like, "Oh, I wish I didn't have to be at the office because then I would XYZ." I would clean my house if I wasn't at the office. That's it. Like, I don't know what I'm passionate about or what I could potentially be passionate about. I mean, I know I wanna learn how to make pasta. I think I wanna go to culinary school.
I'm pa I'm passionate about pasta. Girl, girl, girl. Well, I think don't take this the wrong way, but I think you're built for achievement because I think I had that in me too. And while maybe I didn't take it as far, I think I kind of like quit the rat race a little sooner than you. Like when by making the decision not to play sports in college and even in high school I slacked off. Um, that's like your childhood trauma.
Mm.
Like, that's because, like, that's what was instilled in you, and, like, you were given the mask of, "I need to produce to be worthy."
I mean, do we really wanna jump into that? I think our parents are the only ones who listen to this podcast right now. Do we really wanna piss off our listeners?
Yes, because we are in our authenticity, and that means that we talk about whatever we talk about. So, we can talk about childhood trauma, and it's not like a personal knock on parents because I think they did their best, but I think inadvertently we instill things in our children we didn't need to instill. But not to go we'll save that for another episode. What I wanna take it back to is, a quote in the Bhagavad Gita.
Who?
It's one of the most famous spiritual texts. It comes out of India, of course, and one of the quotes in the book is talking about it's better to follow your own path imperfectly than it is to follow someone else's path perfectly. And that's why you did the thing that society told you to do. You were a star athlete. You went to college. You had kids. You make money. You have a business. Like all of the things that are supposed to bring you happiness don't really bring you happiness because it's somebody else's path, right? Like that's the path that we're told to go down. It's not the path that we like organically choose or our hearts choose. It's just what everyone else is doing. So it feels safe, right? Like that's just what we do in this society. But you could do all that stuff perfectly, but if it's not your path, your heart will never be happy because you were following someone else's path. perfectly instead of your own path imperfectly, which brings you joy and happiness and peace and contentment and all the things that I think we're all searching for.
Well, how do you discern?
What path is yours?
Yes.
Ooh, not to be a cheese ball, but like you listen to your heart.
That was cheesy as shit, dude. I can't buy it. I can't buy that cheese ball.
And it's also really funny you said that you never knew what love was because I didn't feel a spark of love in my life. I actually was very cynical. I didn't think love was existed. I thought all marriages were a sham. Like I thought everyone was just miserable because I was miserable. And getting my dog Dia coming into my life was like the first glimpse of this is what love feels like. And the partner I'm with now is like the only time I think I've truly felt love like on a soul level. And it's, like, almost uncomfortable because it's such an unfamiliar, scary feeling.
Is it wrong that I want action steps? First of all, I'm happy for you. I would like to get there too. What are my action steps?
Your action steps.
Am I asking the wrong question?
No, no, I don't know if I told you this because I kinda kept it under wraps, but, like, I wrote an entire book on
What?
I said I wrote a book. Like, it's like a little adventure guide. But look, here's my philosophy, and
No,
it's
wait, hold on. The book? Is
what?
it on Amazon?
What kind of? It's
What?
it's on Amazon, but I
So
don't
I gotta write a book.
no, listen, listen. I started listening to a bunch of self-help books and spiritual teachers at some point in my life, and I realized, like, what they were saying sounded great, right? Like, be present, be here now, love yourself and let go of your attachments and all the things that are being preached, right? But there is a disconnect from, like, what they're saying and the, like, practicalities of how you get there. Like, that was a
Yes.
big pain point for me. And I realized as I like went through my journey and just started like observing myself was like all the things I did to get there, to get here. And like, I'm not even going to pretend like I arrived anywhere because like I still have challenges and struggles and things I'm sorting through. But the secret is like, do the opposite of everything that you're doing now. Because if you don't like where you're at, you have to do something different. And it doesn't even matter what you do. You just have to do something different to break the cycle. And you have to take action. And once you take an action step, you get feedback. So it's like whatever things make you uncomfortable, go face them. Go walk barefoot in a grocery store. Go drive a different path home. Go spend 4 hours in the woods without your phone. Like, just go do things that are completely out of your comfort zone that are not what you're doing now.
So blow my life up.
And you don't have to blow your life up. It can be like small things.
You just told me. Skip Tuesday, go to the woods, naked, without your phone.
I get, but like it doesn't have to be this like big dramatic blow up. Like it can be like little tiny things that you just start incorporating into your everyday that eventually lead to like big change. But it starts with little stuff, dude.
So jump back into my size 11 shoes.
Okay,
What do I do?
so what do you do? Okay, so you go to a coffee shop every morning. Order a different drink. Order a
Oh,
drink you've
what if
never
it sucks?
order a drink you've never ordered off the menu.
That's bit me in the ass before.
Dude, it's like the smallest thing, but you are letting go of your attachment to I'm going in, I'm getting this thing, I'm I'm breaking out the routine.
What if I've ordered every drink from that coffee shop at one point or another?
Then go to a different coffee shop. Or instead of coffee that day, go get tea.
Ooh,
I see how uncomfortable that made you? See that
hell
visceral
yeah.
reaction? That is what you need to confront.
Coffee is the only thing that's holding it. It's like, okay, you're holding that shit together with duct tape. Get rid of the duct tape.
Okay, well, you don't have to start with your coffee. Like, wear something different that makes you uncomfortable to work. Cut, cut your hair. Like,
What the fuck? You're trying to Do a Britney Spears
Listen
movement.
to different music, try a different style of eating, like, do a no spend, like, just do something different than what you're doing, that's it.
Like, go to the gym?
Go to the gym, sure. I'm gonna give you my book because it's 127 adventure prompts, and you do each one, right? Like, and it's little stuff, like, some are journaling exercises, some are meditations and breathing exercises, but then there'll be things like go write a handwritten letter. Like, if I told you to go write a handwritten letter right now, could you do
To who?
it? Just anyone, just go write a letter, put it in the mail, and send it to someone. How uncomfortable does that make you?
Not very. I
Okay,
can write.
you go do that. How uncomfortable would it make you to remove your shoes and go walk in an establishment?
What if I see one of my patients?
Who cares? Who cares what they think? Why are you living your life for them?
Like, Dr. Charlie, where the hell are your shoes?
Say, I'm getting grounded today. That is the problem we have. We are afraid of other people's judgments, and that's why we feel better when we're alone. By design, we are creatures that want connection, and we're not wired to want to be alone. We're wired to stay with the tribe. But because we have to wear so many masks to fit in and assimilate to society, to all of these expectations we put on ourselves, we are so afraid of what other people think that we let it dictate our happiness and our peace. What if you take off your shoes and you fucking love it?
And so I just don't wear shoes anymore.
Maybe for a little bit.
That's my passion.
No, but
Just get rid of these foot prisons. Think she broke the code, guys.
I'm just saying you have to do everything different. You have to think different thoughts. You have to just put yourself in the world in a different way. If you want a different outcome, do something different. These are the practical ways to get you comfortable doing something different.
I think that we would like the link to your book.
Um, so I'm actually talking to a publisher right now.
Oh, is that it? That's so cute.
Is it actually?
Yeah. Is it on Amazon actually?
It really is, yeah.
Oh my God, girl. This shit's gonna blow up.
So like
I love it already.
look. Like, when was the last time that you spent a chunk of time? I'm talking like 4 hours with no demands on you. No phone, no partner, no kids, no office, no business, nothing to be done, no meetings, no
Oh,
paying
that
bills,
place don't
no
exist.
cleaning. Like, how uncomfortable would it make you to go unplug for 4 hours and just say, the rest of the world doesn't matter. Nothing exists except this moment right here, right now.
Is there something to clean there?
No, you just have to sit there with your thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Do you gotta take drugs?
You you could do a mushroom trip
Hmm.
because what does a mushroom trip do?
I'm not sure. I haven't done it.
It helps you see everything different than you've been seeing.
Oh.
It turns a world upside. So one of my analogies for mushroom land, because I think that like you take mushrooms and you're actually like transported into a different land, and I think it's like the upside down in Stranger Things.
Ooh.
Except the upside down is mushroom land, and mushroom land's not scary with demigorgons. It's like
Some
cool.
people do, don't they?
I hope not. I mean, I hope that's not your experience. That's never been. I had one demogorgon trip, but
Yeah, you said your plants were pretty fucking scary.
they were telling me that they were very unhappy.
You said they were crying.
They were very unhappy. They did not like living where they were living. That was a pretty bad trip. So, if you're drowning in life, did I ever make you watch that episode of Midnight Gospel
I no.
with the mom? It's about like the kid and the mom.
No.
The
Did
mo-
you tell me to?
I thought I did years ago, like around the Denver time.
It sounds familiar and it sounds like I ran the other way.
Well, there's a part in the episode where someone says, if somebody is so poor and they don't have anything to eat and they don't have 2 pennies to rub together and they're just like, "Life is terrible," I see a log and I think it's a bear and everything's out to get me and I'm just, I got no joy and I don't know how to find my peace. What did that person do? And she said, "Get present." Like, sit in your body and just get present. Just start feeling what your hands feel like and your arms feel like, and I think, like, from there, anything is possible.
So there's hope.
No,
Just no hope.
no, you're gonna have to go work at Trader Joe's.
Oh my God. I think I love it. But that doesn't exactly help. Like, that doesn't help my people interaction that I might not be authentically made for. I haven't taken the quiz yet.
Right, well, again, you don't need to go blow up your life, just start doing it a little differently, go and interact with the people differently, like, go, say ciao when you usually say bye, like, just,
Ciao, ciao.
just start experimenting with different things, you
Yeah,
know? You know what I'm saying?
I think so. Don't drink coffee. Take off my shoes in the grocery store. Say ciao, ciao instead of bye.
I think this episode's a wash. I don't I don't think we arrived where we needed to arrive to.
Oh.
But you taking the Clifton Strengths assessment would be interesting.
The
And you
what?
could if you went through my book, it would be interesting.
Like if I read it or
No, like,
did
if
it?
if you did it.
Yeah, okay, so it's like a step-by-step guide.
Yeah, it's like 127 adventure prompts for people that are, like, stuck, depressed, hopeless.
So why you just not tell me about this?
I think I told you about it before, you just weren't there.
Mm,
That's neither here nor there. I told you I didn't like the cover, and so I never plugged it 'cause I never got the cover right.
let's plug. This baby's ready.
It might be, but it came as a download. Like, it was, like, in, like, a glimpse, like, everything just came out.
That creation state.
Mhm.
That's what I wanna get in. I feel it sometimes, but it's like creation state to organize the pantry.
That's not creation. See, I think you're still using your logic brain.
Hmm.
Okay, how's this one? How can you get creative with this podcast right now, and what we're doing?
No, I think the very act of this is creation.
So how do you
This
get
is uncomfortable.
more creative? Like, how do you start creating and putting things out in social media? Or,
Mhm.
like, how do you take it to another level of creation? Start writing poetry and posting it.
You guys, y'all don't want my quotes.
Dude, you can draw.
No, I cannot. I can copy.
I remember your drawings in high school because I was always so envious that, like, you could draw shit and I couldn't.
They took me a really long time.
But you could do it.
Mhm. Hmm.
You could draw us a new logo.
Oh no, pussy. But that's a lot of pressure.
From who? From what? From where? We have 4 listeners and they all share blood.
Well, thanks for listening.
Are we wrapping? Oh.
No, I don't know. I'm just telling the blood sharers.
This is our awkward, 3rd episode growing pains right here.
It's okay. You just walked 10,000 miles in my shoes.
It was exhausting, and I would really have to be very self-disciplined to maintain that schedule and the intensity and still keep up with, like, meditation and walking and exercising and eating right. Like, those things are very hard to do when you are burdened by life, and I totally acknowledge that, like,
And
100% acknowledge that.
and then they get even more important in that case. Yet harder to fit in.
Right, well, and it's like this negative feedback loop because we get stressed and then we stop doing the things that actually give us back energy, and then it's just this, like, fail cascade from there, and, like, to break that cycle is really hard, because I'm sure there's been times you've broken that cycle for a little bit.
Oh, for sure. You know, start a new habit. I'll be at the gym at 5 a.m. for a month. I did cold plunge every morning for like 8 months, and that's pretty life changing. I mean, when I was doing that hard ass thing in the morning, I hate cold. I do not like cold. I'm a California girl through and through. But to get up and get in 50-degree water for 5 to 8 minutes every single morning, it changed how I operate throughout the day. Nothing could be harder than that.
That's how I feel when I make my bed in the morning. I did something hard today.
Oh, good on you, girl.
But it's like, how do you take something like that and continue on and not make it something that, like, you come off of and then you fall off of? Or maybe the secret is, like, that tool only gets you so far and then you have to pick another tool.
Well, and in that case, that's what happened. I stopped doing. I mean, 8 months is a long time. Like, I did not miss a day. I got to the point where my body said, "I'm done with this." It needed a break. And I was working with someone who was helping me do a lot of like work around heat and waking my body up using heat. And so I stopped doing that.
Well, and that's a really good thing to bring up is seasons of life require different things.
Oh.
And that
Maybe that's it. Maybe we should do something new every 3 months and commit to it for that season.
well, that's why you're supposed to live with the seasons, girl. That's why you're supposed to live seasonally because every 3 months you're changing your diet, you're changing your routine, you're changing your exercise, you're going inward for the winter and reawakening in the spring and outward in the summer and wind down in the fall. Like that's what seasonal living facilitates.
Well, damn. If only I knew. But unfortunately, the way the mainstream works is that doesn't change. Your 9 to 5 is 9 to 5, no matter what the season is.
And that's a really good point. Like butting up against the practicalities of these certain things it's one thing to live in this bubble and do all these things perfectly. It's another to take them and make them actionable in the real world.
Right.
So maybe there has to be something between like my normal and your normal, like the middle path. Maybe that's what we should name this, the middle path.
The middle path.
The
Hmm.
middle path. Is
Are,
that
are we trying to name? Are we trying to rename? Are you unhappy? Rename, rebrand, draw new logo. Already?
just trying to give you creative outlets. All right. Well, speaking of middle path, I think we're gonna have little sister on next week, yeah?
Yes,
And
let's
we're
do
gonna
it.
we're gonna talk about something interesting.
Club Nugget.
Oh, we can't call her that.
Why?
I don't know.
That's what she is in my phone.
Charlie has photos of Quinn and I in her phone that are how old?
At least 15 years.
You have me one oh, I was working at Round Table Pizza
First job.
in high school. It's
Got your
embarrassing.
little visor on, the green shirt, the green polo.
Oh my god. Well, it takes me back to some not good memories. Any parting wisdom?
None at all.
You look like you need to go make me dinner.
I thought you were making dinner.
Just kidding.
Bye. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.